One-on-one tutorial ba ang hanap mo? Tara at pag-usapan natin kung paano mag-simplify ng radicals. Bago tayo magsimula sa ating lesson, alamin muna natin ang ilang mga bahagi ng radicals. So ito, pag binasa natin ay x root of b raised to y. Ito ay ang ating radical sign, ang b ay ang ating radicand, ang x ay ang ating index, at yung y dito ay ang exponent ng ating radicand. So let's have an example of radicals. So cube root of 5 squared. Another example, square root of f. Itong radical expression na to ay pwede rin natin siyang isulat into b raised to y over x. Ang ating exponent ay y over x, na kung saan yung numerator natin na y ay ang exponent ng ating radicand at yung denominator natin na x ay ang index ng ating radical. So ito ay ang ating rational exponent. So magbigay tayo ng halimbawa ng rational exponents. 3 raised to 1/3, x raised to 3/4. Let us express the following in rational exponent. Number 1, square root of 5. So this is 5 raised to 1/2. Yung exponent natin na 1/2, yung 1 sa numerator ay ang exponent ng ating radicand na 5. At yung 2 na denominator ay ang ating index. Pag wala kayong nakitang number sa index, automatic na 2 ang index nun. Kasi ang pinakamababang index na value ay 2. Let's have number 2. Cube root of 3 squared. So this is 3 raised to 2/3. Number 3. Fourth root of y cubed is equal to y raised to 3/4. Number 4. 8th root of z raised to 8 is equal to z raised to 7/8. And number 5, 6 root of x raised to 5, and that is equal to x raised to 5/6. The next one, express in radical form, then simplify. So number 1 is 4 raised to 1/2. So the radical form of this is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. Number 2, 27 raised to 1/3. And this is equal to cube root of 27, and the cube root of 27 is 3. Number 3, 4 raised to 3/2. This is equal to the square root of 4 cube. 4 cube means 4 times 4 times 4, and that is equal to 64. Then the square root of 64 is equal to 8. Number 4, 8 raised to 2/3. So this is cube root of 8 squared. 8 squared means 8 times 8, and that is equal to 64. Then cube root of 64 is 4. Number 5, 25 raised to 2/4. So this is fourth root of 25 squared. 25 times 25 is equal to 625. Then fourth root of 625 is equal to 5. Or, since the exponent here is 2/4, at pwede pa nating i-reduce ito into lowest term, which is 1/2, 25 raised to 1/2 or square root of 25, and that is equal to 5. So let us try to simplify the following radicals. Number 1, square root of 75. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung 75 ay hindi siya perfect square. Pero kung ifa-factor natin ang 75, that one of the factors is a perfect square, so that is 25 and 3. So 25 times 3 is equal to 75, and 25 is a perfect square. Square root of 25 is 5, then square root of 3. So kokopyahin na lang natin yung square root of 3. So ang sagot ay 5 square root of 3. Number 2, cube root of 16. 16 is not a perfect cube, pero pwede pa nating i-factor ang 16, na kung saan yung isang factor doon ay perfect cube. So that is cube root of 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. And cube root of 8 times cube root of 2. Cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Then kopyahin na lang natin yung natitirang radical, which is cube root of 2. So the final answer is 2 cube root of 2. Number 3, square root of x raised to 5. Pag variables with the exponent ang given, para makuha natin yung perfect square, siguraduhin lang natin na yung exponent ng ating radicand is divisible by the index. Subukan natin ang x raised to 4. So, ang 4 na exponent is divisible by the index 2. So, x raised to 4 is a perfect square. Pinactor natin ang x raised to 4 and x raised to 1 para yung isang factor doon ay perfect square. Then, divide natin yung exponent na 4 by the index. So, 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So, that is x squared. Then, square root of x raised to 1 or simply square root of x. So, ito na yung ating sagot. Number 4, cube root of y raised to 10, z raised to 8. 10 is not divisible by 3. Para makuha natin yung perfect cube nito, try natin ang y raised to 9. Then, yung 9 is divisible by 3. Another one is z raised to 8. 8 is not divisible by 3. Subukan nating bawasan ng 8 at gawin nating 6. Then, 6 is divisible by 3. So, pag ifa-factor na natin, cube root of y raised to 9 and y raised to 1. Pag i-add natin ang exponent na 9 sa 1, that is equal to 10. Same with true in z raised to 8. Pag i-add natin ang 6 and 2, that is equal to 8. Then, cube root of y raised to 9 times cube root of y raised to 1 times cube root of z raised to 6 times cube root of z squared. Y raised to 9 is a perfect cube. So, pag dinivide natin ang 9 and 3, that is equal to y cube. Then, cube root of y raised to 1 or simply y. So, ilalagay lang natin dito. Then, cube root of z raised to 6. Divide natin ang 6 and 3, that is equal to 2. So, that is c squared. Then, the other one is cube root of z squared. Dito pa rin siya. So, the final answer is y cube z squared cube root of yz squared. Number 5, square root of 1 half. We can express this as square root of 1 over square root of 2. Sabi rito, to rationalize the denominator means to eliminate any radical expressions in the denominator. So, ira-rationalize natin ang ating given para mawala ang radical expression sa denominator. So, ang gagawin lang natin ay gawin nating perfect square ang ating denominator. So, ang imumultiply natin dito ay 2. Because 2 times 2, that is equal to 4, and 4 is a perfect square. Kung ano yung nilagay natin sa denominator, dapat ganun din ang ilalagay natin sa ating numerator. So, square root of 1 times square root of 2 is equal to square root of 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is equal to 4. This square root of 4 is equal to 2. So, the final answer is square root of 2 over 2. Number 6, cube root of 2/3. We can express this as cube root of 2 over cube root of 3. So, gawin nating perfect cube ang ating denominator by multiplying it by cube root of 9. Kasi, 3 times 9 is equal to 27 and 27 is a perfect cube. Then, multiply na natin ang ating numerator. Cube root of 2 times cube root of 9 is equal to cube root of 18. Cube root of 3 times cube root of 9 is equal to cube root of 27. Then, cube root of 18 over 3. Next, number 7. Square root of 3x over 5x cube. So, paghiwalayin lang natin sa square root of 3x over the square root of 5y cube. So, gawin nating perfect square ang ating denominator. So, mag-iisip tayo ng number na imumultiply natin sa 5 para maging perfect square. Ganon din sa y raised to 3. Mag-iisip tayo kung ano imumultiply natin sa y raised to 3 para maging perfect square. So, that is square root of 5y raised to 1 or simply 5y. 5 times 5 is equal to 25 and 25 is a perfect square. Y cubed times y raised to 1 is equal to y raised to 4 and that is a perfect square also. So, square root of 3x times square root of 5y is equal to 15xy. Square root of 5y cubed times square root of 5y is equal to square root of 25y raised to 4. So, kopyahin lang natin ang ating numerator. Then, square root of 25 is 5. Square root of y raised to 4 is y squared. So, ito na yung ating final answer. Let's have question number 8. 3 over 2 minus square root of 2. Sabi dito, a math conjugate is formed by changing the sign between two terms in a binomial. Example, the conjugate of x plus y is x minus y. We can also say that x plus y is a conjugate of x minus y. In other words, the two binomials are conjugates of each other. So, ang ating denominator na 2 minus square root of 2 ay magiging 2 plus square root of 2 by using the math conjugate. So, ibig sabihin kapag minus ang ating given dito, magiging plus. Kung plus dito, magiging minus naman. So, imumultiply na natin ang ating numerator. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 3 times square root of 2 is equal to 3 square root of 2. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang ating denominator na 2 minus square root of 2 at 2 plus square root of 2 ay example siya ng sum and difference of two terms. So, ibig sabihin, ang imumultiply na lang natin ay 2 and 2. And that is equal to 4. Then, the other one is square root of 2 and square root of 2. That is square root of 4. Then, simplify na natin. Kopyahin lang natin ang ating numerator. So, 6 plus 3 square root of 2 all over 4 minus the square root of 4 which is 2. Then, subtract natin ang 4 and 2 that is equal to 2. So, 6 plus 3 square root of 2 all over 2 or 3 plus 3 square root of 2 over 2. So, ito na ang ating final answer. Next, question number 9. Square root of x over square root of 3 plus 5. So, by using the math conjugate, so we have square root of 3 minus 5. Paano nilagay natin dito? Ganon din dapat ang ilalagay natin sa ating numerator. So, square root of x times square root of 3 is equal to square root of 3x. Square root of x times 5 is 5 square root of x. Then, sum and difference of two terms to. So, multiply lang natin yung first two terms. So, square root of 3 and square root of 3, that is square root of 9. 5 and 5, that is 25. Kopyahin lang natin ang ating numerator. Then, square root of 9 is 3. Then, 3 minus 25 is negative 22. So, ito na ang ating final answer. Then, next, question number 10. 1 minus square root of y all over 4 minus square root of x. By using the math conjugate, so magiging 4 plus square root of x. Then, multiply na natin ang ating numerator. So, gagamitin natin ang FOIL method sa ating numerator. So, 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times square root of x is square root of x. Square root of y times 4 is 4 square root of y. Square root of y times square root of x is square root of xy. Then, sum and difference of two terms ang ating denominator. So, i-multiply lang natin ang parehong first term. So, 4 times 4 is 16. Square root of x and square root of x, that is square root of x squared. Then, next step, kopyahin lang natin ang ating numerator. Then, 16 minus the square root of x squared is x. So, ito na ang ating final answer. Sana nakatulong ang video lesson na ito para mas lalo niyo pang maintindihan ang simplifying radical expressions.
Natuto ka ba?
Ikaw, nag-enjoy ka rin ba? I-like, share, and subscribe na!
Hanggang sa susunod, mga katuto.
Bye!